Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Welcome to Fitted for a King podcast, a.k.a. the Black Man's Podcast. We here talking about things that the black man go through. Want to give a special shout out to my co-host, Derek. Derek, introduce yourself for the people,
what's
bro.
Going on? It's Derek, man. I'm here, and I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you for having me on the show, bro.
Of course, bro. Come on, man. You know we go back to the blueprint when you was doing your thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had me on a few times, but so, you know, I couldn't think of anybody better. You know what I'm saying? You got the experience. You've been doing this before. You know what I'm saying? And we always vibe. We always had great conversation.
That. Yeah, man. This is really just a conversation that we would have anyway, and now we just happen to record it.
Facts. And we've had some amazing conversations and then thought at the end like, damn, we need to go live or we need to record this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, I appreciate you, man. So today we're going to talk about accountability, right? Men holding themselves accountable or lack thereof. I think Derek and I both can attest to being in situations where, you know, we wasn't in the best of place to being able to hold ourselves accountable when it came to relationships, anything, friendships, you know what I'm saying, relationships with our significant others, things of that nature. What happened? What? I don't know what. But yeah, okay. So yeah, Derek, man, accountability, bro. What that mean for you? What when you hear that, what's the first thing that come to mind?
See, that's open-ended, but at the same time, like, accountability, that's something that you have to, the word accountability is you being accountable for yourself. That's really a simple way to put it, but it really depends on you, right? Nobody can hold you accountable for something. Nobody can make you be a certain way. You have to look within yourself and recognize what's happening in your life for you to be accountable.
That's a fact.
But another thing about accountability, right, is that especially for me, because it's about men, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I could talk about women too.
Yeah, but we're gonna hold ourselves accountable first. we gonna get to the ladies.
When it comes to men, right, I think now we do a really good job of talking a good one. We talk about, we're supposed to be respectful. We're supposed to listen. We're supposed to do this. We're supposed to do that. But we got to start talking about specific actions that we need to take when it comes to accountability. We can't just come out here and just talk these grand Plato type philosophical words and phrases like I need to be a good black man and I need to love a black woman or this, that, and the third. We need to say, I need to make sure that I say I love you every day. I need to make sure that I say I'm sorry when I'm wrong. I need to make sure that I come home at a certain time. I need to make sure that I surround myself with a certain type of individual, a certain type of people. Facts. I need to make sure that I listen when you talk. None of this fancy talk that sounds good or looks good in a meme. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's when accountability really starts coming into play, when we talk about actions that we take, not ideas that we need to follow up on.
Facts, man. One of the major things you said in that was supposed to, right? Like a lot of men talk about what we supposed to do, and even some women, right? They talk about, men's supposed to do this or men's supposed to do that. So I think one of the biggest things for us men is to unlearn and relearn. Right? Because unfortunately, a lot of us didn't grow up even knowing how to hold ourselves accountable.
There's no such thing as accountability coming up.
At
least when I grew up.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have like the big homies having these conversations like, yo, you got to hold yourself responsible for your actions, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? We those are not talks that we was having. You know what I mean? So, you know, when it comes to relationships and dealing with women, it's easy to say, you know, like you mentioned a little bit, being wrong and strong. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not knowing how to admit to, you know what, babe, I apologize. I was wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of blaming her, well, you said this. Well, you did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. You know what, babe? I had to take a minute and I understand I was wrong for that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize.
A lot of times those are just defense mechanisms. Like if somebody tell you wrong, instead of just admitting it, your defense mechanism is automatically to say, well, you did this too, and what about when you did this? Instead of just taking all of that out of the equation and just being in the moment and saying, you know what, you're right about this. I did this wrong. Let me correct this.
Facts, bro. Because that takes work.
Yeah.
Right? It takes work, and nobody want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to do the work. Like I said, it's easier to just blame someone else for your actions and things that you've done.
That's
right?
Projection.
Yeah, it's hard to look in the mirror and say, "Yo, that I did that." Like her response was because I did this or because I said that. Yeah. Right? What I think a lot of men don't understand is that we control a narrative.
Always.
And you and I had these conversations a million times. Like we control the narrative. We set the foundation of the relationship, and then we determine the way that relationship is going to flow. For example, if I'm in a relationship and I'm out here going crazy, cheating, wilding, entertaining in DMs and all that, and then, I turn around and find out that my woman doing the same thing, not even knowing that I'm necessarily doing it, right? But my energy, I done put that out into the universe. Yeah. Right? Because it starts with me.
It always does.
So I done put all of this out in the universe, being in DMs, entertaining other women and things of that nature. And I'm trying to figure out, like, yo, what's going on with my relationship? Like, why can't we get this right? Like, it's not like she know what I'm doing. Right. Nah, bro. The universe know what you doing. You putting that energy out into the universe and she just following suit.
So do you think that no matter what's happening, it ultimately ends up being your fault? With that being said, so if she's acting a certain way, or if she's moving a certain way, whether it be her attitude or she's not giving you what you want or whatever, is that because of the tone that you set?
That's a great ass question, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this. Ultimately, we set the foundation, right? However, that doesn't mean that at some point a woman is not gonna make a decision to do what she wants to do, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came into my relationship, already in a position like, okay, I know how to hold myself accountable now, right? And I went to my relationship already knowing, like, okay, what I need to do as a man, what I need to do and how I need to show up for my woman, right? So I already set the foundation. It's already set. You probably
came with a whole list, right? You wrote down the list. He's like, all right, we're going to review this list.
Nah. It wasn't that detailed. But, I did a lot of work, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had to do a lot of work to get where I'm at now. But, you could go into a relationship and set the foundation, bro. But at the end of the day, a woman, she still make decisions for herself. Yeah. Right. So I can't say that it's 1,000, like a man is 1,000% to blame every single time. Absolutely not. Because then that's taking accountability off of the woman. You know what I'm saying? But for argument's sake.
Yeah. But is it your job to make sure that she's accountable?
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. It's our job as men. If we holding ourselves accountable, we gotta hold her. We gotta hold them accountable too. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So, does she have to hold herself accountable, or do you have to make sure she holds herself accountable?
It's both.
All right.
It's both. I would never allow my woman to just not hold herself accountable. Like, absolutely not. Like, it's both of our responsibilities. Just like I'm gonna hold myself accountable, but I'm human. Right. So sometimes I might make a mistake, right?
Make sure I understood what you was
doing. So I also would expect her to say, hey, like, you was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it may be something for whatever reason it's not clicking. Yeah. I'm not getting it.
That's a turn on for me when a woman says, I'm sorry and I was wrong.
Oh, man.
Like, what?
Oh, man.
Yes. Oh, I love you.
But
so
you know
much.
why?
Yeah, okay,
know why it's such a turn on?
What?
Because it's rare.
Yeah.
Because we not used to experiencing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when a woman says, you know what, babe, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was wrong for that. It's like,
it don't matter what she do. I'm forgiving. I'm sorry. Facts. I'm sorry for stabbing you in your stomach. I'm like, oh, it's okay, baby. I'm going to just go get some stitches. It's all good. As long as you apologize.
You start saying like, yo, baby, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry too. We sorry together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, it's because we're not accustomed to hearing those words. Like, I'm sorry. I apologize. Like women, what I learned about women, because unfortunately, I got a lot of experience dealing with women, right? Good and bad. Women make decisions based off of their emotions.
Always.
Right? Men, a lot of times, we make decisions based off of logic, right? So we'll really sit there and think about some shit like, oh, shit, like, okay, I said this, I did that. Damn, I could have handled that different, right? Whereas a woman, her reaction is solely emotional.
Yeah.
So if you made her feel a certain type of way, that her reaction is attached to that emotion.
Always.
And that's why
I'll never understand it.
It's so difficult for them a lot of times to hold themselves accountable say I'm sorry. Because I could bring something to her attention, right? And her response may be, well, you said this and you did that. So that's why I did this. Right? Mm-hmm. She don't even understand that, yo, you at the end of the day, you said it. Right. Like you did it.
Yeah.
So you still should be held accountable to that. Nah, in her mind, you made me feel like this, so I responded like that. Which ultimately means it's whose fault?
It comes back to your fault.
It comes back to being my fault.
But it's the hardest thing to manage sometimes and understand, man. It's like trying to control a lion, right? Like you trying to, you know how the lion is going to react to certain things, but you know the lion should know not to bite you per se, but they going to bite your ass anyway.
They're going to bite you regardless because it's in their nature.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a problem and I've been in my relationship for going on 4 years now.
Damn, it's been that long already?
Yeah, bro, been 4 years.
Jeez, time
so
fly,
January will be 4 years, and I still can't figure it out. Like on how to get over that hump of, right, your reaction versus what you feel and what your feelings are. Your feelings the means doesn't always justify the end. Your feelings don't always justify the reaction that you have.
Facts.
What we got to talk about is because now we have two problems. We got how you feel that I have to fix. Maybe I did something, and then we got how you reacted now that you have to fix.
Right.
And so now both people, we're going back to accountability. Now both people got to know how to be accountable. I don't know how to figure that out yet. I need a woman to explain that to me on how they are okay with doing something, right, that's wrong and justifying it based off of how they feel. Because
of the emotions, bro. It's solely emotional. Once again,
we know that.
There's no logic.
We know that.
When they're
gonna have to give us some logic.
Something.
We could concede and say, all right, I understand it's your emotions. I understand. I know how you feel. You can't justify acting like that. Now you got to tell me how you and your mind can justify doing something wrong or acting in a way that affects me or harms me. You got to be able to justify that, because even though I did something wrong, I didn't intentionally try to harm you or hurt you or make you feel a way. I'm willing to correct that.
But they did.
What they did is intentional.
Right.
And this is all women. I've never met a woman who doesn't do that. Even the ones who say, yeah, I know, and I'm calm and I'm cool. They still something's gonna make them flip. And I need to understand that process from emotion to action. What's going on through the nervous system and the brains and the hormones, and how is it processing when it comes out of their mouth?
Well, and this is just my opinion, right? I think because it's emotional and because it's in the moment, they're not doing a lot of thinking, right? So there's no logic involved. In the moment, they're not doing a lot of thinking, right? If you say something that hurt their feelings, that hurts your woman's feelings, right? In that moment, all she knows, whatever's going on in here and in here, all she knows is how she feels.
I know.
All she knows is what you said.
Can I ask her a question?
She not connected
it's
to
a yes or no question.
Okay, yeah.
Do you think? You think? Do all women think? Or do all women not think? Or is it some women think and some women don't?
You think, but you think based on your feelings.
How you feel?
So then I'm gonna take that as you not thinking.
You're not thinking. It's 100% based off of how you feel in that moment, right? How what I said, what I did, how it makes you feel in that moment. But here's where the work comes in at, right? And I could attest to this because she's done that work, right? If I made her feel some type of way in that moment, right? She may say, all right, I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow, right? but she may be going through like some real emotional stuff.
Yeah.
And it may be making her, it may make her want to cry.
Yeah.
It may make her mad, right? But she's not giving me none of that.
Right.
Right? She's choosing to say, let me go deal with my feelings. Let me go deal with my emotions. And I'm going to tell them about it tomorrow.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? That's where the work comes in at.
And then when you're being told about it the next day, does it still have the same impact?
On me or her?
Her.
No.
Different impact.
Completely different. Completely different feeling, completely different emotion. She's even able to tell me like I was being emotional.
They all could tell you they being.
See what I'm saying? But without the reaction. You see what I'm saying? She's not reacting in a negative way. She's not giving me none of that energy.
Like,
nah.
I was being emotional. And this is how I feel.
She ain't giving me none of that energy, bro.
Oh, that's good.
She taking it, wherever she taking it, she's in her mind with it.
That's good.
And then the next day she come to me and she tell me how what I said made her feel. And then we have that conversation.
That's good.
And then I could say, well, that wasn't my intention to make you feel like that. If I made you feel like that, I apologize, right? That's me holding myself accountable.
Right.
For how I made her feel. Right? But it's easier to do that. Right? It's easier to do that when because I did my work, right? I'm able to hold myself accountable. She's done her work. She's able to not allow her emotions to get the best of her, where she lashing out on me to make a situation go to where it doesn't need to go. Work on my part, work on her part. Now we come together and it's great communication.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be any lashing out.
Facts.
It shouldn't ever be lashing out. But it happens.
It does. It does. But I think also, and this is taking us, somewhere else too, but it's all right, we vibing. I think also what that is I think that's a situation where, damn, I completely forgot my thought just now.
It's all good.
Yeah. So we was talking about,
take your time.
We was talking about me doing my work, her doing her work, and what you said?
It still happens.
Right. I don't know. It'll come to me, bro.
It'll
come to me.
It's like this code that I every time I think I crack it, it comes back and I'm like, wait, I didn't see that coming, or I thought I fixed that. I subscribe to that notion of it all comes back to me, and the tone that I set and the energy that I put out and how I control the relationship, what type of masculine energy I put out, what I allow to happen to me, what I allow her to say, what I allow her to do.
Masculine energy, that's good.
It's as men, we have to set the table to allow them to be their true feminine self.
Facts.
And but like, it's easy to say, it's hard to do, because it's not like there's no one way. There's no one way to skin a cat. There's no one way to say, okay, this is how to be a man in a relationship and hold everything down and do all of this, and this is how I set the stage so that you can be a woman and support me and love me and blah, and that we don't clash, and that it's just perfect harmony and balance. It's always going to be that we're good, and then you elevate, then there's friction, then you got to work through that, and then you elevate, and then there's friction, and you got to keep going up and up and up. The thing is, when that friction comes, people hit that wall. Everybody's gonna hit a wall. Every relationship has it, where you're good. They call it the honeymoon phase, and then you bump heads. Yeah. And then boom, you get back to it, bump heads. How do we gotta figure out how to. Everybody's trying to figure out in their relationship that when they bump heads, how do you not fall down? I've been in so many relationships where, like, we vibe and then we bump heads, and then it's just not the same no more.
I got it.
And I'm like, yo, I hate your ass.
I got it. I got my thought. Thank you, D. Thank you for that, because you just brought me back to it. It's so important for us to be friends first. It's so important for you to be friends with your woman before anything, right? Too many times we get into relationships, like you say, the honeymoon phase, right? And now we all in love, right? Then we jump, and we jumping, right? It's important that we really take our time, even before the honeymoon phase, bro. Like, even before saying, okay, I want you to be in my life. I want to make this commitment. Like, I'm talking about between first meeting, getting to know. After that, making the being intentional about being friends, right? And the reason why I say that is because you're not gonna want the way you are with your friends, right? How you handle them when they talk to you a certain kind of way. You have a better understanding of who your friends are, right? Y'all been friends for a long time. You know who he is or she. You know who they are. So if they say something to you a certain type of way, you know it's not personal because you know them, right? So you're gonna handle that completely differently than you would handle a stranger speaking to you that way, right? So this is what I'm saying. So now when you're in a relationship and y'all are friends, you're going to handle her like you would handle one of your boys. So when they talk to you a certain way, you ain't taking it personal. You know she's not intentionally trying to harm you. You know she's not intentionally trying to hurt you. You're not intentionally trying to hurt her, right? You're super patient, right? Because you're patient with your friends, right? Your boys say something to you, whatever. You ain't going, nah. Yeah. Like, all right, bro. Like, you gonna talk to them. Y'all gonna have a conversation because that's the bro. Yeah. You understand them and you understand where they coming from. Right. So you have that patience with them. You have that certain level of understanding. You allowing yourself to understand them. That's how it needs to be with relationships.
It does.
That's exactly how it needs to be with relationships. So when you talked about the rah-rah and the lashing out, right? She ain't lashing out to her friends. It's certain conversations she may even avoid with her friends. You understand what I'm saying? But with you, why? Because we ain't friends. You understand what I'm saying? We think we friends because we I love her, we in love, whatever. We think we friends.
Right.
But we ain't really friends. That's where we go wrong, bro. Yeah. We gotta develop them friendships. Because in friendships, you have patience. In friendships, you have understanding. You understand what I'm saying? When my boys say something a certain type of way, that's the bro. That's how he is. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking to me like that because he means some malice towards me and nothing like that. Like, nah, that's my brother. I love him. That's how we got to handle our women too. That's how our women need to handle us.
That's a great point. The challenge for that comes in with how much time you spend with them, like, because let's see, I'm thinking about I've been in a few long-term relationships, right? So it comes when you on top of somebody and you sharing a space together, those moments of testing the patience are a lot more frequent because, like, if one of the bros get on your nerves, but you could just be like, yo, I'm
gonna see him later. Yeah, like, I'm out.
I could not see you for a month. You know what I mean? And still see you like, yo, what up? With your woman, you gotta solve those problems right away.
Then and right there.
You understand? You can't just like part ways and sit on it or whatever. You gotta address it right away.
But let me ask you, why can't you maybe sit on it, even if it's for a few hours, for a day?
You could do that, but it can't go like a week.
No, absolutely not. Especially if it's tension.
Yeah, it can't. You can't do that. So it's like you said, it's a lot of work, but you gotta be active. You have to. It's an active friendship. It's an active relationship, not a passive relationship or friendship. It's not something that, you know what I mean, you could solve over text messaging or something.
Man, the work, D.
Work is crazy.
That's the work.
Work is crazy.
The work. You gotta be willing to put in the work.
Son, you gotta put in a lot of work.
And that's where I think a lot of relationships go south, right? Because soon as we get hit with a little adversity, now it's like
you lose sight of the bigger picture.
You know what I'm saying? And we not willing to put in the work to pull us closer together.
Nobody wants to work through the hurdles, man. There's even people
want everything to be easy.
Yo, man,
they want everything to come easy.
Think about how fickle you've been in your life. Like, I remember I was dating this one chick, and I stopped talking to her because when she was eating, she didn't wipe her mouth. She had like some peanut butter on her mouth. I was like, oh, this bitch. Wipe your fucking mouth. You know what I mean?
It was something so simple like
Mad
that.
Simple, but I liked her too.
Yeah.
But think about that, like so many times you be like, get away, and then you like ghost her or whatever. You start moving from all off, and then everything just started annoying
all
you.
over that. When you know how you could have handled that.
Exactly. Looking back on things like that, like I didn't have to be like that, but you know what I mean. I was in my own world. I was selfish. And some people might say, "Yo, you have every right to be selfish." That's neither here nor there. I'm not here to debate that. But people only want what they want when they want it, and they want to do it their own way. They don't want to compromise anything.
Correct.
I think that's why dating is so hard.
Oh man, yo, you remember I remember
dating gotta be the pits in 20. Post COVID, dating gotta be the pits. Wow, I can't imagine how bad it is.
I remember. I was waiting. This was a couple of years. This is a few years back, bro. I remember being in Williamsburg. I was outside of a restaurant. I don't know if I was waiting for somebody or whatever, but we was on the phone. We was on the phone for like an hour or so, and having a deep conversation about dating, specifically.
Me and you,
right? Me and you. This was before you was in your relationship, right? And we was both talking about the work that we was putting in, the work we was doing individually, you know what I'm saying? So we, in preparation, ultimately for what we wanted, right? And bro, dating. All right, so I'm gonna share something with you. So in my mind, right, at one point, I didn't think that I could date I didn't think it made sense to date one woman at a time.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Like that didn't make sense to me, right? Like my whole mindset was like, I don't know this person.
Yeah.
So why would I exclusively date this person and give this person my time and energy exclusively if I don't even know this person?
Yeah,
like what has she done to deserve that? You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing was, I gotta date multiple women. But here's what started happening. I'm dating 3, 4, whatever women at a time, bro. I started getting overwhelmed. I started getting overwhelmed. I couldn't handle it. So what would happen? I'm talking to this one, talking to that one. I'm sharing information. I'm sharing parts of myself. I'm spreading myself thin. It's wearing me out. Legit, literally, physically.
3, 4, like legitimately dating, like talking. Let's link this weekend. And blah 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 blah. I'm gonna see you. Proper dates.
It's
like proper
dating, bro. It's a lot. I was wearing myself thin. So, all right. So, okay, I realized that. I said, okay, I can't do that. I get overwhelmed. So then I got to a point, just fast forwarding it to my process. I got to a point where I said, okay, I can only date 2 women at a time. That's it.
That's about right, about 2.
I said, I can only date 2 women at a time.
Date 2, but talk to like 5.
But here's the thing. I couldn't even do that.
I couldn't do that. You was really about that life, though. You was really serious.
Bro, I was being intentional about dating.
So those first dates, right? Like the first dates got to be mad intense.
Bro.
You might as well. You came to the first date in a sergeant uniform, right?
But they used to be, right? But then I got to a point where it was like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Like, chill out, bro. Like, have some fun. Like, calm down, bro. like, chill out. Like, just, take the cape off, take the uniform off.
You was serious.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have a good time, bro. Open up. Allow yourself to really get to know this woman. Allow this woman to get to really get to know you.
I'm dating for real.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, it was a lot. It was a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. So I got down to 2 women at a time. I did that for a while, and then it got to a point where I said, even this is becoming a bit much, because I realized that as the time went on, right, I'm dating 2 women at a time. A month go by, 3 months go by, 6 months go by. Bro, time is everything. Time is the most valuable currency. Over time, you start sharing parts of yourself with these women. They sharing a part. In their mind, they already in a committed relationship.
They end up being more into it than you. At that point.
And then you get to a point where you say, okay, I got to make a decision, right? And if it's not to move forward,
that's crazy,
bro. You the scum of the fucking earth.
You got to break up with a woman you're not even in.
You're not even in a committed relationship. We just broke up.
Yeah, crazy.
You the scum of the earth, bro. Before you know it, 8 months done went by. And she like, what you mean? I thought we was in a good place. I thought we was working towards something. And I'm like, nah. Like, I realized that this ain't what I want. I gotta go in another direction.
Wow, that's deep.
That's
bro.
tough.
That's cold-blooded too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. However, right? This is the realities of dating. And this is why I said dating is tough.
But you always set the expectation. You never misled them.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They even knew that I was dating other women, that I wasn't just dating them. I was always transparent about that.
Yeah,
I'm not into misleading.
I was transparent, but I was still misleading them.
No. No. That's one thing I could say.
Like unintentionally misleading them. Like, yo, I really like you.
But see, that's the thing.
That's misleading
what you
them.
just said, right? Unintentionally.
Like, and I do
that's
really
the
like them, but
and you telling them like, yo, I really like you. Like, I dig our time. We vibing. Like, I like this.
I really like you.
So, but here's the thing: how are they interpreting that? Because in your mind, it's just what it is. Those
are words of affirmation,
right?
Man.
For them,
they love that,
right? And them, they like, okay, we moving towards being in a relationship. We almost there, right? So now, when you hit them with
and then you start talking about like your goals in life, like, I want a family, or I want to do this, I want to do
that.
They
already put themselves in
that position.
Yeah, in their mind, y'all working towards being in a family. Yeah, y'all working towards having kids. Y'all working towards all of that. So that's a key word. That's why it's like
breaking up, because
unintentionally misleading.
Yeah. So did you unintentionally mislead?
I have to say yes. Yeah. In that case, bro. I have to. It was like unintentional, right? But that's a part of me now holding myself accountable, right? That's what we talking about, right? I have to take accountability in that. Like, I was unintentionally misleading them.
I know.
That's rough.
I know.
That's rough, bro. And I gotta apologize.
You've been unintentionally misled?
I feel like, bro, honestly, I feel like I've always been in control. You know, unintentionally. I feel like I've always been in control. Like, it's always like, on me.
Always like always, or always just since you've been doing intentional dating?
Since I've been doing intentionally dating. Like, I've always been in control. You know what I'm saying? I guess I didn't allow myself to let go in that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm always the one, like, it's like, it's my decision whether or not we're going to move forward. Like, she wants to move forward. If I say we're going to be in a committed relationship, we're going to be in a committed relationship.
It's always like that.
You know what I'm saying? It's usually like that.
You put out the offer and they choose to accept it.
Right. Either accept or decline.
Yeah, they never going to put out the offer. Yeah. Maybe they might. Some do. And
I've never been in that situation.
You never had a woman like, yo, let's do this and be my man. And
I mean, I've had women, you know, like she's like, she let me know like she want to be with me. But I mean, as far as the decision to actually move forward and be together. Yeah. Like, that's always been like.
What you think about women telling you they want to be with you? When you know in your mind, like, you know, like, we never gonna be in a relationship, but I like you, but we ain't gonna be in a relationship.
You got to be transparent.
Yeah, so what you saying in that
you gotta tell them like, yo, I like what we got going on. I like the vibe. I like the vibe. I like how this feels. I like hanging out with you. I like spending time with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see this going anywhere further beyond that. You gotta be transparent about that, bro. If that's how you feel.
yo, it's mad funny because, right, like, I know I don't want to be in a relationship with you, but I do want to spend time with you, and I want to get all of the little perks that I'm getting right now that you're giving me. But
sex. Let's talk about it.
I want to have sex. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to come over when I want to. You can come over. I want to chill, but if somebody else comes and I like them, I'm gonna have to cut you off. Facts. But at the same time, you got to tell them that you're allowed to see other people and you can cut me off at the time. But
that's what a lot of men don't do. They don't allow that.
Okay. Now, everything that I just said and everything you said, I advocate a woman doing everything that I just said I do.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so okay,
Absolutely.
so we clear. I just gotta.
And
put that
it's
disclaimer out there.
okay.
It's okay. If I'm
It's
dating,
okay, ladies.
You could date. You could do what you want.
Absolutely.
If I'm doing what I want.
You do not have to fully commit to anybody that doesn't want to fully commit to you. If he's saying he want to still date, he want to see other people, then you are entitled to do that as well.
Yeah.
He should not be the only one enjoying that. He's getting you all your time, all your energy, all your effort.
Right.
You putting everything into him, but he's only giving you a percentage of himself.
Right. So if you as a woman choose to be exclusive or whatever, that's on you.
Correct.
But the out is always there. Like, you are allowed to date. You don't have to claim me. I'm not holding you accountable for anything. You can do what you want to do.
She could do what she want to do. You could do what you want to do. Ladies, know that. Know that. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
What do you think about open relationships?
Whew, man.
Or
Yo, bro, that's funny that we had these conversations. That's funny that you had. I was all over the place at one point, bro, because at one point I was really considering, like,
oh yeah, I remember you talking about. I was like, yo, go for it.
I was trying to figure that out, right?
Yeah,
that was a part of my work. Like, I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out if that's something that I could do. Me personally, I'm not into it.
Open relationship is fire though.
I've heard.
Yeah,
I've
open
heard.
Relationship is fire.
I've heard. I think.
But it's, you know, in your heart that it's not what you want long term.
Yeah,
but
you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You got to be honest.
I don't
with
think
yourself.
there's very few people who want open relationships for life.
Yeah. I think for me, what I want more than anything is honesty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that means at any time that my woman is attracted to another man and she feels like that's something she wants to explore, I want her to feel comfortable enough to have that conversation with me. I'm not saying I'm going to say cool, okay. No. But I want her to feel comfortable enough. I don't want her to feel like it's a threat to the relationship if she's expressing to me how she feels. I think that's extremely important in a relationship because we're human.
So, right, just randomly, y'all eating dinner, she chilling, she's like, yo, Mel,
Give it to me straight.
I saw this guy today, right? And
give it to me straight.
and he was looking good, and I was looking at him, and, you know, he was flirting with me, and I was flirting back, and, you know, I was really feeling something right there. And so are you mad? Like, should I not do that?
Well, let's explore that, right? Like, I got questions, right? Like, tell me about him. Like, what is it about him? What is it about him that ultimately attracted you to him, right? And outside of that, what is it that's making you want to know more? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wasn't it enough that y'all had that experience, that y'all had that moment? You know what I'm saying? And now it's okay. No, I'm in a relationship, but nice to meet you.
Right.
I enjoyed talking to you.
Right.
Like, why do you feel like you want to take it beyond that now? You know what I'm saying? But,
right,
but
so
ultimately, in the moment, I'm sure I'm gonna feel some type of way. Right? But I don't.
Is that something you think you could move past, or is that something that you could let her like
Right.
explore? And do you think like you would be like, yo, if you doing that, that kind of give me the pass to go do this?
Well, here's the thing, right? I think if that's a conversation we would have to get. We would have to get deeper into that conversation as to what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with, right?
Yeah,
because I would have to be in that to be able to say whether or not I could give her the green light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, the way I feel right now, I don't want another man touching my woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't want another man touching my woman. I don't want my woman touching another man. You know what I'm saying? But what's most important to me though, bro, is the honesty, the trust, the respect, right? Her feeling comfortable enough to be able to come and talk to me about that without it being a threat to our relationship. Yeah. Because that's what I want in return. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if I meet a woman and I have a conversation with her and I'm loving the vibes and we had a good conversation and like I felt something, right? But then I said, but yo, it's nice to meet you. I got a woman at home, whatever.
Yeah.
We can't go no further. But yo, I really enjoyed this conversation, whatever. And then walk away from that. I actually think there's power in that.
And walking away?
Yeah. I think there's power in that.
It is.
Right? Because at the end of the day, we're
discipline.
all...
It's discipline.
Right, exactly.
It's discipline.
It's discipline because we're all human.
But then,
right? And the flesh is weak.
Tell your woman about it, or to talk about it with your significant other,
right,
is another. That's another level.
That's another level, and that's another level I would love to be able to tap into because I want my woman to have that type of comfort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because here's what happens: if she can't talk to me, she's probably gonna go talk to somebody else, right? And that somebody else, who knows what type of information she getting from that somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? And then also if she can't come to me and feel comfortable talking to me and she's still having these thoughts about this guy, right? Because if she come to me and I respond like, fuck you talking about, da-da-da-da, like I'm really vulgar and disrespectful, now she don't feel safe.
Yeah.
She don't feel safe coming to share things with me.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess who she gonna feel safe sharing shit with?
Somebody else.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not.
I don't want her to have that type of safety with another man.
All right,
because that's how they end up moving in. We talking about women, bro. Women move off of emotion. It's not logic. It's not logic.
And
it's
it's
emotion.
not even long-term emotions.
Right. It could be very short-term.
Yeah,
and she could get pleasure off of that short-term.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be okay with it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
be cool with it.
She'll live with that decision as long as her emotions are.
Right. Nah. I want her to be able to come to me and feel comfortable saying, yo, like, I feel like this. We did I had this conversation, da-da-da. And I'm, all right, let's talk about that.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, bro.
That's, because I sometimes think that, like, my relationship is an outlier with certain things. Like, if somebody flirts with my woman and I'm not there, right? Obviously, there's nothing I could do about it. I can't stop somebody from trying to talk to my woman.
Right.
But if she comes back and tells me about, like, yeah, this guy tried to talk to me or whatever, I'm like, oh, word. All right, you was looking good then. You must have been looking good out there.
Facts.
A lot of people get upset at guys trying to talk to their woman, or a woman, like, even listening to somebody talk to them.
But does that make sense? Because
if a man is thinking emotionally, I could see how it could make sense.
You chose your woman for a reason.
Yeah.
You're attracted.
Nobody don't want a woman that no God on.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're attracted to her for a reason.
Yeah.
So you know when she go to the public setting and you're not there, men are going to approach her. Men are going to try to talk to her.
Yeah.
You got to prepare, as a man, you got to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah.
Like you said, nobody wants something that no one wants someone that no one else wants.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You chose her because you're attracted to her.
Yeah.
So other men are going to be attracted to her. When you hear that another man trying to talk to her, will you feel something on the inside? Will it make you feel something? It might. Especially when you hear like situations where dudes be doing corny shit, like saying corny shit. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to talk down on you or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, he treats you like this. Is he doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, come on, man. She says she in a relationship. Mind your business. Move on. Respect that.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That's different.
That's different.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that I think is corny.
And it's also different if she's seeking attention.
Correct.
Or going out looking to be noticed by men to get spoken to. You know
Correct.
what I mean?
And that's why it's important to know your woman. Right? That's why it's important to know your woman too.
Yeah.
Because if you know she's the type of woman that's going to go out there looking for attention, you chose her. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Are these types of conversations that you have with your woman off camera? Or?
We talk about a lot, right? We talk about a lot of this.
Everybody gonna learn a lot. You gonna learn a lot with this shit.
She get on my nerve. I be talking about shit. Like, every time I hit her with some shit, she be like, "Yo, you always hit me with these questions."
Yeah,
I want to see where you at.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
but yeah, people gonna learn a lot from this conversation, man.
A lot from the show.
Facts. From the show. Yeah. And that's the whole point of this thing, right? We got to have more of these conversations, right? Accountability is big, right? Knowing what you're comfortable, what you're not comfortable with, the type of conversations that you're comfortable, not comfortable having with your woman, right? The trust, right? Things you willing to share with them, not the friendship aspect of the relationship.
Honesty.
Huge.
Sex.
Huger.
Finances.
It's not even a word.
I think finances are huge.
Yeah, especially in relationships, man. That's one of the
And
is that the number
habits.
one reason for divorce, right? Finances? I think we
I think it is.
Yeah.
I
We
think
can
it
Google that.
is.
Yeah, I think that's the number one reason for divorce.
I
Finances.
think it is. I
Yeah.
think it is. It
So
has,
that-
yeah, it has to be.
Right? So, oh, you know what? That's another conversation. Maybe that could be our next one.
What?
Finances, relationships. What men and women are supposed to do.
Oh,
I
that's
hate that
deep.
word, bro.
That's deep. That's
what
deep.
what a man is supposed to do
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship. Like, oh, you a man, you supposed to pay all the bills.
There's some gender roles
Shit like that.
I agree with, but
We're gonna get into it.
okay,
We're
I'm
gonna get
looking
into
forward
it.
to that.
Maybe
I got
that's
a
the
lot.
yeah. Let's talk about that. What it say?
Lack of commitment.
That's the number one reason for divorce? Lack of commitment?
Yep.
All right.
Commitment, infidelity, and conflict.
Oh wow, okay. Well, I stand corrected. But yeah, we're gonna get into that, bro.
Okay.
What the gender roles,
Yeah.
what men and women are supposed to do.
Uh-huh.
You supposed to pay all the bills.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that. I got a lot to say about that. Y'all
That's
gonna
gonna be good.
y'all gonna get this work. Believe that, men and women. I need y'all to tune in to that one because y'all gonna get this work.
That's
But
gonna
yo,
be
bro,
good,
this was good, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
This
I
was
really
good, man.
appreciate you, man. This is a really good show.
Right? This is the first
Yeah.
of many.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it happen.
That's what's up.
All
That's
right.
what's up.
The Black Man Podcast, the Fit for King Podcast.
You already
You
know.
know what I'm saying? We're gonna make this happen. So yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much. So look, every episode I want to leave. Before I leave, I want to share some type of advice.
Okay.
Or some type of good word. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything that has to do with what we were discussing.
Okay.
Right? It could be something completely, it could be about finances, right?
Uh-huh.
It could be about marriage, right? It could be
Uh-huh.
whatever you want. It could be about working out, right? Whatever you want, bro. So
bug
is there
in my
anything that you want to, that's any word of advice you might want to leave with the people?
When you said working out, and I just put the bug in my ear. I think taking care of yourself and taking care of your health is number one in these times, man. There's a lot of information going around there telling you how to be a certain way, do this and do that and do this and do that, and people are trying to profit off of that. Focus on being the best possible version of yourself by getting exercise, getting sunlight, getting proper sleep, eating proper foods, even mentally putting yourself in a space where you have a clear mind as often as possible. Tune out as much negativity as you possibly can, because overall health, all of those factors contribute to your overall health. So focus on your health. Don't let any one person try to tell you this is the way to be or that's the way to be. Do your own research and do what's best for you, and make sure that you live in your best possible life and being healthy.
That's good, bro. I love that. Because I hear a lot of people, when it comes to working out, we both in that realm. People talk about how to lose weight, right? What you need, what type of exercise to do to lose weight. And I think what people don't realize is that everybody's body functions differently.
That's a fact.
Right? The type of workouts and exercises that I chose to do to help me gain muscle may be completely different from you. That's a fact. Right? Because my metabolism may work a certain type of way and your metabolism works the opposite.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out your body type, what works for you, and that's not necessarily the same thing that works for me.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a good word, man. I appreciate that. Since we on the working out topic, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Ladies, listen. I'm in the gym, right? So I see a lot of you beautiful women coming through and doing your thing. Let's stop with the full face makeup in the gym, okay? let's cut that out. All right? Listen. I get it. I understand, you want to look good. You want to, I know some women, y'all don't like leaving the house without putting your face on, right? I respect that. I understand it. But let me tell you something. It ain't good for your skin. It's not good for your skin. You sweating, your pores is open, the makeup is getting in your pores. That's why you have breakouts. If you're trying to figure out where all this acne coming from, that's where it's coming from.
That's a fact.
All right? So let's stop. A little eyeshadow, eyeliner, something like that. That's all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
Put your hair in a bun and put your cap low.
You know what I'm saying? Put the cap, exactly. You ain't got to be out there. Trust me, you're going to thank me for this later on, all right? Full face makeup coming to the gym is not good for you. Let's cut that out, all right? But anyway,
good word.
Appreciate y'all. Derek, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We're coming back with another episode. Please subscribe, tune in. Do me a favor, follow this page, subscribe to this page, go to fitted4king.com, check out, see what I got going on. You already know the brand, Fitted for a King. So please go to fittedforaking.com. Cop something. You know what I'm saying? Support the brand. Appreciate y'all. Any last words?
Nah, sir. You close it out on a bang. I hear that.
All right. See y'all next time. Appreciate it.
All right.
Cheer.